When it comes to corn chowder, Foodie got a couple of things right. Her recent attempt at mashing up two recipes was very interesting, but there were definitely areas for improvement. Let's see how she makes it, try a few tweaks, and then circle back to see how our version turns out.
Now, I have never made corn chowder. And you know I love it. Because it's almost, corn season is pretty much done. So, I want to get something out of the corn season here, you know? And I was thinking that mayhaps I'm going to shuck one more. And we're going to put that much corn into it. I'm doing a similar recipe to the Ina Garden one, but I'm making a stock, a corn stock on a recipe I seen. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Now, I did clean my counter. Don't worry about it. So I'm cutting all the corn off. And then I'm going to put the stalks in some water. You'll see. Are you judging me? Yes. I can just hear you guys now. Ew, put that in a thing. Okay, I'm gonna get a corn bowl. I don't have a bowl. I mean, I did clean the counter very well. I know, Sam. This is gonna be the end result. It's not the journey, it's the destination when it comes to corn chowder. Hey, it's not the journey. It's the destination. You know. So yeah, you get the idea. I know I'm a loser today. I mean, I don't like the small cutting boards, so I sometimes wipe off my counter and do it this way. I don't know. We're gonna put the corn cobs in here, like that. For some extra corny flavor. Okay. So we have some 4 cups of chicken stock. Okay. We're gonna put that on simmer. You're gonna put about 1.5 cups of milk. I'm using 2% milk here. I'm gonna put 1.5 cups of milk. We're gonna put 1/2 cup of heavy cream. And you're gonna put all that in. And now we're just gonna let that cook. And I'm gonna wash this so we can cut stuff on it. And I'm gonna cut an onion now. trying to stand up as much as possible. Okay, onion. God. Celery. We got 2 stalks of that. Right down the middle. My eyes are crying. I think I'm just gonna put 1 celery. I don't want a strong celery flavor, so. Carrot, I like.
It drives me crazy that all those cut up veggies are on the cutting board like that. Why doesn't she just put them on a plate?
Okay. The carrots, yeah, I'm gonna make them smaller. We're gonna remove these stalks of corn. Put them up here. Smells so good, oh my god. Alright, now I gotta find a spot to put this in. Putting some olive oil. And bacon. Washing my hands. Cook the bacon. We're gonna cook the vegetables in the bacon grease. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. Now I'm putting red skin potatoes in mine because that's all I have. But you can definitely use, like, a lot of these recipes, you can just improvise. There's so much bacon grease. Alright, so the bacon is fried. And we got the bacon grease. Okay. This might catch fire because vegetable time. I'm adding some butter. About 2 tablespoons. With the bacon grease. I'm just gonna stir that around. Cook it. I'm gonna put pepper. Lots of pepper. A little bit of salt. not much because we have the chicken stock. Okay, the veggies are cooked. Now I'm gonna add some flour and make a roux. Cook it out. Cook the floury taste out. Okay. Yeah. We have potatoes. We have corn. And stock. Oh my god, moment of truth, guys. Yeah. Elote seasoning. Do I have turmeric? I don't think I do. Now we bring this to a boil. We're putting elote seasoning in it. Yeah. Bacon. Oh my god, you guys. Oh, it's thick, yeah. Oh, there's bacon. Honestly, you don't need the bacon, I don't think. There's like big chunks of bacon. It's kind of gross. Let me see. The corn broth is so good, but there's a few corn strings, but that's okay. See these strings? It's from the corn. That does not look appetizing. Is it as good? Yeah, it tastes pretty much like the restaurant. Like the corn flavor is really pronounced. It's too thin. It's so watery, Amberlynn's chili bees right now. It's actually not that bad. It's got a lot of chunks. You don't think it looks good? It tastes really good. I promise. But yes, next time, what I'm gonna do is thicken it more with some more cornstarch. I don't have cornstarch. And smaller vegetables. Everything else is perfect.
Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. You want to break the corn cobs in half so that you have a flat surface to rest against your cutting board. That's right, let's go ahead and use a cutting board, okay? I made a pretty small batch, so I just used 2 russet potatoes. Here, I'm cutting 1½ into small pieces for the soup, and then keeping half of it to thicken the broth. If you want your chowder really thick, then just dice up one and keep the second one in big chunks that you can pull out later to mash. There's absolutely no reason for a roux, cornstarch, or any of that. Making her own veggie stock was a great idea. In this saucepan, I've got the corn cobs, the onion trimmings, and a handful of those little baby carrots. I seasoned it with just a little salt and garlic powder, and that's what we use to make the soup broth. In my opinion, the corn is the star of the show, not the dairy or those chicken bouillon cubes she used. If you didn't make enough veggie stock to cover your vegetables, just top it off with a little bit of water and re-season. Another thing she didn't get quite right is the timing. Sweet corn needs very little time to cook, and it actually tastes better the less you do to it. so put it in at the very end once your potatoes are tender. Remember those big potato chunks we made? Go ahead and mash them with a fork and put them back in the soup. Let it thicken it up a little bit and see what happens. Now for the decadent part. Go ahead and top this all off with about a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. That's it. It's all it's going to take to make it nice and creamy. The heat is off at this point, and I'm just stirring everything together. This is also where you can re-season it and let the potatoes further thicken up the chowder. I may be biased, but this revamp tasted really, really good. Be sure to crisp up the bacon and crumble it on top, along with a little bit of parsley or chives. You really need to try this. Seriously, it tastes like summer in a bowl. With just a few ingredients, you can make your own corn chowder at home too. When it comes to making a dish like this, let the main ingredient be the center of attention. Don't do too much to it. Drop me a line in the comments if you have any tips on corn chowder, and let me know if you try making this version too. I'd love to hear from you.